Hey everybody, today we're making this really cute pumpkin that has a witch's hat. It's a little candy jar or knick-knack jar, or like I've done, I put a little flameless candle inside. So if you want to see how we made this, then stick with us as we resin together. Hey everybody, welcome back. So we're going to be making these pumpkin candy dishes with the little witches' hats. I found these molds on Amazon and I thought they just looked so incredible that I had to give them a try. So today we've mixed up, we're using the Epoxy Resin Store's Floral Epoxy. Now this is a deep pour epoxy. It mixes 3 to 1, so it is very watery. It pours like water, which is great. And it is also deep pour, so I think it can go up to 3 or 4 inches, which is perfect for what we're doing. So it's a great epoxy. I like it for deeper pours. So we're going to mix that up. Now the colors I'm using today are going to be the Parallax Pumpkin Orange for the orange base, and then the Eye Candy Dark Ube. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a very, very dark metallic purple. I think that's going to look great together. Great Halloween colors. So we're going to be mixing those together. Now I have, whenever I get a new mold, I take it and fill it with water. And then I write on it how much resin it takes. One like this that's always going to be 2 colors. I mark each one separate so that I can always remember exactly how much resin I need to mix up for that mold. If it's all one piece, or if it's the colors would be the same, then I don't separate that. So we'll start with our orange and we'll get that mixed up. Now remember, when you're doing deeper pours, you don't need to use the same ratio, I guess you could say, of pigment powder as you would use with shallow pours, because there's less light to penetrate, or more resin, however you want to look at that, to make up the distance. So you can go easier on that, and I want it to be a little bit transparent anyway, so we're only going to use a little bit. And let me get this mixed up. Okay, there's our orange all mixed together. Still really light and transparent, but that's okay because that's exactly how I wanted it to look. And so now let's mix up our dark purple. Now I'm going to go a little bit heavier on this one because I do want the hat to be kind of dark and transparent. So I'm not going to be shy with this one. I'll add that and let's see how that mixes. And if we decide we need more, I'll add some more. Be right back. Alright, there we go. There is our purple. It's pretty dark. I think it's going to look good. And so let's pour our 2 pieces. One final stir just to make sure there's no floating bits of mica powder. Definitely don't want that. And then we're going to pour it very slowly. This releases bubbles very well, but we still want to try to avoid as much as possible. So just pour it nice and slowly. Alright, there we go. Now remember, this is a really thin epoxy, so it's not going to dome much. So don't try to fill it up and dome it over. It will overflow on you in a heartbeat. So let's go ahead and fill up our hat. Now it's got a curve in it, so I want to try to get, there we go. What I did was, there's a curve in the hat right here. So what I want to do is pinch it and then release. Hopefully we'll get that air bubble out of there, or keep one out of there, because that won't look good. And then we'll keep going. Pour very slowly, because what's happening is these outer edges are starting to fill up, so we want to give it time for the air bubbles to come out. We don't want to trap any pockets of air in there, because in that brim it's so deep it would be almost impossible to get them out. So go very slowly and let the resin fill in and push out any bubbles, like right here. There we go. Just kind of pinch the bridge. There's another one here. Just kind of pinch it and work. See if you can work the bubble. There we go. Towards the middle where it can come out. So there we go. So we'll fill this the rest of the way up. Another little drop or two. There we go. All right, so the other thing to keep in mind, and I'm not going to show this, but because this takes a couple days to cure, what I'm going to do is come back probably in about 4 or 5 hours and very gently just kind of stir the resin around inside, because the mica powder will kind of settle and you'll end up with shimmering in one spot, not the others. Now be very careful when you do that, because you'll make air bubbles if you're not careful. Just gently go in there, kind of stir it around a little bit, just to mix up the mica powder so you get an even swirl. Same thing in here, but be very, very gentle, because you don't want to create those air pockets and air bubbles. So we'll let those cure, and in a couple days we'll come back and we'll show you what they look like. Hi everybody, welcome back. We're ready to unmold our pumpkin and witch hat mold that we had, little gift boxes or displays for a table, whatever you want to call it. So we'll go ahead and start pulling this out. Oh yeah, that comes away really easy. Very happy with that. There we go. Oh yeah, that's perfect. That's pretty. All right, so lots of details on the front door. We'll just need to clean a little bit of edge off, but no big deal there. Got a nice front door. You could take a black marker and color that in along with the windows. That'd look pretty. Nice little pumpkin. And then let's flip our mold. There we go. And then our witch's hat. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, that is cute. I like that. All right, so let's put it together. There we go. It's got a little notch here that matches a notch there. So they go together. So there we go. Very nice. And I will be right back with some final pictures to see how this looks. Because I also got these flameless little candles. They go in there. You don't want to put a real candle in, because resin and wax, or resin and flames, do not get along at all. So let's see how that looks together. There we go. Yeah, that definitely works out good. Nice little glow. You can make several of these. They're cheap and inexpensive. And in a nighttime setting, that would make a beautiful little table setting, or whatever you want to do with it. Would turn out very nice. If you want to make this at home, it's simple and easy. Just a little bit of molds and some resin, some color, and you can make your own centerpiece. Add a little flameless candle, and you get a nice glowing little centerpiece that would look great on a table or even on the front porch at night, not during the day. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you make your own, let's see it at home. Most of all, I want to thank you for joining us and resining with us together.